Today the title of my presentation is Quitting Pop, and before I get into it, you may be asking yourself, why should we give up pop? It's refreshing in the summer, it tastes really good, and it may remind you of a time when you were young and your parents let you have it and you got really excited. But these benefits don't outweigh the costs of regularly having a serving of soda. There are major health risks and financial disadvantages to being a consumer of pop. The reason I quit about 6 years ago now, when I was 14, my mom and me made a deal that if I would go a full year without pop, she would give me $50. And the first couple months were a little bit hard. When we go out to a restaurant or something and all my friends would have, a Coke or a Pepsi or something, and I would be getting water. But after a little bit, I realized I started feeling a lot better. I had more energy, and it was a lot easier to move up and down the court when I was playing basketball. Then fast forward to today, I still haven't had pop since that first year, and I don't have any regrets. Here's a kind of visual of the amount of sugar that's in a 12-ounce can of pop. On average, there's 40 grams per 12 ounces, and the average American drinks about 45 gallons of pop a year, which means they consume 19,200 grams of sugar from pop alone. That's not even including like other junk foods or anything like that. And just in 1 year, that's like 42 pounds of sugar. Obviously, this is going to affect oral health and your body. Drinking it regularly destroys your tooth enamel and leads to the formation of cavities very quickly. And the destructive nature of pop is largely due to not only there being a high amount of sugar, but also it includes carbonic and phosphoric acid. The effects on your body, pop's high sugar content causes insulin resistance, which can lead to metabolic syndrome, which leads to type 2 diabetes. And it has also been linked to an increased risk in dementia, heart disease, gout, and even cancer. Pop also has a high fructose content, which is especially bad for you because that kind of sugar can only be processed by the liver, but once the liver reaches its limit, then all that extra fructose just goes to being stored in belly fat, kind of around the stomach and around the stomach lining. Here are the financial costs of pop. The average American spends about $850 a year on soft drinks. If you add that up over the span of 50 years, you would save $42,500, but we can take it one step further. If you actually took that $850 a year and invested it in a mutual fund, you would end up earning about $566,000 over 50 years. Some alternative options to drinking pop that I've found are really helpful is drinking water, lots of water all the time. Carrying around a water bottle is really helpful. If you want flavor, you can add stuff like lemons, limes, mint tea leaves, and cucumbers. And if you really crave pop and you have to have it, I would suggest opting for a healthier option with carbonated water and a sugar-free flavoring. I've had it; it tastes almost the same. So, in conclusion, the next time you think about drinking pop, I hope you think twice and maybe choose a bottle of water instead.